Hey there, y'all. Amber Chin here. Hey, I've had something on my heart the last 2 days, and I just wanted to touch base and share it with you. Last night, actually, I was sitting on the couch in the living room, and Timothy was watching Fox News. Now, let me just forewarn you, I'm not a fan of any news channel at all. I would rather not have TV. I'd rather live in the woods in a little cabin with no internet access and zero television. And so I was just happened to drop in and was visiting with him, and he was watching Fox News, and Bill O'Reilly actually was doing an interview with Stacey Dash. If you are around my age, you probably remember the movie Clueless. That was like my favorite movie back in the day. I loved it, and she actually was the one of the main stars in Clueless. She was the black girl, and she was the one that played Dion, if you remember that. And she was talking to Bill O'Reilly, and he was interviewing her about her upbringing and how she had so many struggles. She had so many things that went on in her life. Both of her parents were drug addicts, and she lived in that environment of constant turmoil and constant grief. And she really impacted me just by listening to kind of her story. And the reason that he was interviewing her is because racially, there's things going on. There's wars going on between black, whites, different religions, different views, different opinions, and so he wanted her perspective on what was going on between the black and the white race battle, and what her feelings were on being stuck in that mentality. And they had actually a scholar say, well, they can't help being in that life because that's all they've ever known. And she disagreed with that statement that another black person had made. And she disagreed with it because, she said, she made the point blank statement. She said, our destiny is up to us. It's what we choose. And hearing her story, it made me really relate. My word for the day was authentic, and so I'm going to be really authentic with you right now. I did not have a great childhood. I did not have a mom and dad. I did not have the things that other people have around me, and at times it's a constant battle that I have to have with myself, because I do envy that, and I want that relationship in my life, and that is a void in my life. But she also went on to say, she was very angry. She was an angry person, and I have been very angry. My whole life has been very angry. I was angry as a child because I couldn't understand why I didn't have parents there. I couldn't understand why I didn't have the things that I wanted or that I needed. And as a child, that creates anger. And as an adult, you build that anger up, and it comes out in your emotions. It comes out in the way you do things. It comes out in who you are. And so she made a statement that was very, very spoke to me. She said, I would rather be angry than sad. And so my emotions come out in anger. And I have been that person. I have been that person. My whole life I've been that person. I've been very angry. I always felt that I needed to fight. I felt that I needed to have pride. I needed to stand up to people. I needed to, take them down. And then she made a very, very turning point in her life, just the same as me. And she told Bill O'Reilly, she said, it's all changed within me. It's all changed because I've given my life to God, and I depend on Him now to give me those voids that I didn't have as a child, and to give me those things that I wanted so deeply and I wanted so badly. And I just relinquished it all to Him, and I gave my life to Him. And He said, well, is that what completes you? Is that what makes your life happy? And she said, yes. And so I think it's such a cool thing to hear it, not only from myself, but to hear it from someone else that's experienced a similar background, experienced a similar thing. But you control your destiny. And whether you choose to stay in a broken cycle, a broken merry-go-round, maybe your family's on drugs, maybe your family's on alcohol, maybe your family is, dependent on the government. Maybe there's all kinds of things that could steer you to be on this track. And it is up to you and your destiny, not theirs, not your future, but you. It is up to you to take yourself out of it. You have the opportunity. You can make your mind up. You can choose to go do differently with your life. And don't let anyone ever tell you any differently. Because had Stacy not done that, and had I not done that, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to bless people. I wouldn't be able to share these videos. I wouldn't be able to use my life. She wouldn't either. And so that's what I want to encourage you today. I want you to think about surrendering. Think about just how you can use your destiny to be a help to this world. What can you do differently today? There's one thing that I wanted to touch on and leave you with. So I have this little book. It's called Everyday Grace, and it talks about surrendering. And it says, for whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for me will save it. And that is so true. And life is full of paradoxes. God seems to delight in turning our ideas inside out and backwards. It doesn't seem to make sense. But the only way to possess our life is to surrender it absolutely into God's hands. As we let go of everything, God's grace gives everything back to us, transformed by His love. And that is so true. And so if I can help you in any way, if I can give you any encouragement, please reach out to me. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful day. And go Royals! All right.